It is finally time to get some frankening and repressing done for the new year. Now, I am so baffled to be saying the new year still. 2025, what is that? I do not know her. I do not want to know her just right now, but tough. Time flies. So I've got a bunch of things in front of me today that I want to either repress, depot, do whatever I want to do with, and today I'm going to bring you along for the ride. If you've never seen one of these videos before, it's really, really relaxing. It's really, really satisfying. I've got all of my tools of the trade with me next to me. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. I upload every single day here on my YouTube channel, and I'm really, really excited for this video because it's setting me up for the new year. I'm getting ready, I'm getting prepped, and I'm really, really excited about it. So we have columns. We have 3 little projects that we're going to do today. And I think I'm going to start with the Pan That Face palettes. So these 2 palettes have been my Pan That Face palettes for 2024. You can see here they are 2 little Zoeva palettes, and I think I've done quite well. I am going back and forth between I've done really, really well and I've failed miserably. I'm not too sure where I'm sitting right now, but this is the progress that we've made. They were pretty untouched at the start of the year, and you can see I finished this bronzer completely, which I am very, very happy about. I've come very close to finishing this highlight. This is a repress, and it is quite thin in this pan, so you know what? I'm happy about that. This blush has a massive pan on it, very, very happy with that. And then this blush is like the failure of the project. Yeah, this isn't even a pan. This is just where my nail accidentally dug into it. So we're going to ignore that one. I did say in my recent declutter series, if you missed that, definitely go and see it. It was wild. I talked about this Revolution palette. Now, I really, really love this bronzer, but I hate this highlight. So I did say that I'm going to franken this highlight into this product just so that I am not just holding on to a highlight that I really, really hate just for the sake of this bronzer. I'd rather just get rid of this and franking this into there. So that's what we're going to do today. This is going to be step 1 of this project because I am also going to put these 2 blushes into one palette. Okay, so this is probably the most satisfying part of these videos. This is where I'm gonna go in and just scrape up, baby. I love like destroying makeup. I know some people hate it, but I find it so satisfying. Like just that picture, I think is so good. So now I'm gonna bin this. Goodbye. For those of you that get like worried about wasting makeup and things like that, this is A, very, very, very old, and B, really bad quality. So I'm not going to give this to anyone. I don't want to donate it. I don't want to just dump this on someone. I'm just going to get rid of it. Okay, it's gone. I feel a hell of a lot happier right now. Oh, I feel like I don't have to look at that anymore, and I feel like I don't have to be haunted by it anymore. Now, I don't think there's enough product in this highlight to fill this compact completely, so it's probably going to look kind of similar to how it looks in this pan. I'm going to move this one out the way because we're not talking about that right now. So now, I'm going to start scraping up this highlight. Again, this is going to be so satisfying. You can see how thin this is in this pan. I was kind of annoyed that I didn't get to finish it completely. I feel like I repressed it a little bit too firmly because once I repressed it, it was kind of game over. But there's really not much product left in here. I'm really happy with the progress that I made this year. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish this at some point. I did say in my declutter series, I might put it in like a rolling project pan, because I don't want to have this as Pan That palette for 2 years on the run. Okay, and now I'm gonna pop it in here, and that is what it looks like. It is completely gone now. That is such a satisfying sight, especially when I have been focusing on it for so long. Obviously, it's not finished, it's just in here, but that sight is very, very satisfying. So now I'm using this little spatula just to break up the product as thin as I can possibly get. I don't really want any big chunks in this. This is just going to help the repressing section of this video. And now this is rubbing alcohol. It is in a little pipette bottle. Oh, I don't have much of this left. Oh no. Okay, I thought I couldn't get any out then. That was nearly a disaster. I need to buy some more rubbing alcohol. I do have some more at home, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah, that wouldn't have been good to just mush up this highlight and then not have anything to repress it with. So now I'm gonna mix it all together, make sure that everything is all gloopy. Wow, when you see it like this, you really realize how little product there was left of this highlight. I'm so proud of myself for this. That is it. All of that product condensed into just that. I'm really happy with it. I'm really, really proud of myself. I think I've done so well. And now I'm going to take just some kitchen paper and repress this. I'm not going to do it too firmly because I don't really want this to take an eternity to finish, but I'm trying not to make it too loose either. I'm just putting like a firm press on it and getting all the corners, all the edges, making sure that it's all pressed down. And there we go. Not much product left in there at all. I'm so happy about that. I'm so glad I got rid of that highlight that I really didn't like. And now I think I can finish this in a rolling project pan. It's going to be really, really satisfying. And who knows, maybe I'll finish this bronzer as well. And then I can have a whole empty palette. That would be amazing. But for right now, that is completed. Now let's bring back this other palette. So as you can see now, there are 2 empty pans and 2 pans with product in there. So my original plan, because I know that I might need like a pin or something, but you can see that this has been scooped out. So here we go. We can see that these can be taken out and stuck back in. That was kind of difficult though, and I really don't want to smash this because I love having this pan in there. My original goal was to put this in there because of this like really nice red packaging. However, I really don't want to lose this pan, so I think what I'm going to do is put this shade in here instead. So I'm going to kind of do a similar thing that I've just done with this pan. Oh, this scares me now. I thought this would be a lot easier than it's gonna be. Okay, that was quite easy actually. So 2 pans out. Now, this is the moment of truth. I'm really scared about this. I'm gonna have to try and get this out without breaking it. Oh my gosh. This is terrifying. I'm gonna lift it up super gently and just kind of go around underneath like this. Oh, it's out. Okay. That was pretty easy. And then, yeah, I'm going to pop it in there. So I'm going to use some glue first. I'm just going to use Duo Lash Glue and just kind of smother it here. There we go. And then pop that in there. There we go. This is exactly what I wanted because now I have one whole palette that can go. I would have really liked the 2 blushes in this, but I don't think I want to take the chance with that smashing and breaking just because there's a massive pan in it. So I think I'm going to have to deal with it. Oh, it would have looked so nice in here though. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna keep it in there. Better safe than sorry. So then that is these 2 done as well. Now we can move on. Next is my Modern Renaissance. Look at her. She is used and abused. And my Franken blush. So this blush is made up of, let me try and remember this. Raw sienna, burnt orange, a little bit of red ochre, and a little bit of love letter, I think, is all in here. And I want to add the final bit of Realgar in here as well. So, again, what I'm going to do is start. Oh, wow, that was really easy to take up. Okay, just start cracking this up a little bit. Now, this has been repressed a hell of a lot and like mixed together and frankened a lot. So I am a little bit worried that it's really, really dry now. It does feel quite dry, but I do think that is because the amount of times I've changed this and added to this, and yeah, it's been repressed a lot. I do use 70% rubbing alcohol. I get it on Amazon. Someone did make a comment once saying that it was like really bad of me to get something so basic like rubbing alcohol on Amazon. I live in a very, very small town, so yeah. Just be careful, please. Don't be saying things that you wouldn't say to someone's face, to a stranger online. You don't know people's circumstances. But welcome to my TED Talk. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. So I feel like I've crushed it up as much as I can. That was super, super satisfying to do. And like, look at it now. Oh, this blush is very, very red toned. So I'm hoping that if I add some of the orange into it, that it'll kind of just neutralize it a tiny, tiny bit. There is a lot of product in there, and I am slightly scared about that. But now I'm going to jump into, oh my god, you can see me. Hi, let's not do that. Let's jump into the tiniest little bit of Realgar. It is going to go. Oh my god, and I'm gonna have an absolutely like empty palette after this, which is crazy. Okay, and now pop it in there. Okay, this is a lot of product, and I'm slightly scared about the thought of finishing it all. But you know what? It's going to be fine. That's what I'm going to tell myself. And we've just managed to get enough rubbing alcohol in there to, I think, do the job. I'm going to try not to put too much rubbing alcohol in here this time, because I do think that that was one of the reasons why it got so dry last time. I've only got the tiniest amount left, but we can manage it. Okay, this is looking really, really grimy, but it's fine. And once again, I'm just going to press down. This is not going to be even in the slightest. It is not going to be looking beautiful and pristine. It is going to be looking very DIY, I think. I'm going to use my eyeshadow press to try and make it somewhat even, but I don't think it's going to be working. And again, I'm not pressing this down too much because I would like to eventually finish it. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that mess. Oh wow, it's so pretty. So this is my modern renaissance. This is all that is left. Look at this empty palette. Oh my goodness me, I'm so happy. Like, have I finished this? No, but as soon as this is gone, that is modern renaissance completely used up, which I'm so excited about. So you'll be seeing this a lot more in the future, and I guarantee you that. How long do you think it'll take me to finish this? I think it's going to take a hell of a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if this takes me all of 2025 to finish. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And with that, this is Modern Renaissance over and out. Okay, so the final project is something a lot easier. This is my That's Taupe palette and my Blue Moon palette. So I need to decide which Blue Moon shades I want to go into the That's Taupe palette. I have decided that for Pan That palette in 2025, I'm going to be doing the majority That's Taupe with 3 shades from Blue Moon. So let me get my little magnet. You can just use magnetic palettes and the magnets in there to pull shades out. So the shade Python is not going to be in my Pan That palette. The shade Cold Blooded is not going to be in my Pan That palette. And then the shade Constrictor, if I can get it out, there we go, is not going to be in my Pan That palette. So I feel like Python is just way too similar to the shade Rocksteady. Python is slightly more rose tone, as you can see there, but I just don't want to be working on 2 very, very similar shades, especially if I've like finished one and then I feel like I have just another one to finish. So that is not going to be in there. And these 2 shades, Cold Blooded and Constrictor, Again, they're very, very similar. And also, I really don't use these super, well, they're not super dark shimmers, but they're kind of mid-tone shimmers. I don't really use them much. So that is 3 shades out. Let's talk about Blue Moon. So I know that I want 2, definitely. The shade Clued In, which is this shade down here, already has a huge pan in it. And I definitely want that one. It's going to be a really nice deepening shade, and it's also going to be a really nice liner. And then the shade Lumi. This has been a favorite shade for years. It is a super bright white blue. Love that for an inner corner. Now, I'm kind of stuck between Dabba Dee, Moonlight, and Starry Eyed. Let me swatch them. I think Dabba Dee's out. That's more of like a periwinkle. I won't use that. These two though, they're very, very similar. The reason I want Moonlight, which is the lighter one, is because I really want to be able to do inner corners, like bright blue inner corners. However, I feel like these two are a little too far apart to blend each other out. But if I had Starry Eyed, it's slightly darker and I feel like they'd blend better together. I think I could do a bright blue inner corner with this darker one. It might just be, well, no, because I have Lumi and that'll lighten it up. So you know what? Let's do Starry Eyed. So I think I'm just going to pop the That's Taupe shades in here because I don't really want them just floating around. So let's close that. And you know what? I think I want to move Bedrock. If I move that over one and it goes there. And then I put Lumi Starry Eyed. Is that the shade name? Yes. And Clued In. And that is Pan That Palette. What do you think? I'm really excited to use this. So these are the little Frankens that I have done this video. I think it was well needed, well deserved, and I'm so excited to reach for it, especially this. Like this, I'm really, really excited about. This I think I can have done very, very quickly in 2025. This I'm hoping I can have done, and then these two, I'm sure their time will come, but for right now, they're just going to go back in my collection. I'm really happy that I've got rid of a whole palette. Really happy about, well, 2 whole palettes, if you count Modern Renaissance now. Really happy about that. So let me know, do you need to do any frankening? Has this inspired you at all? If you have any comments, let me know down below. But with that being said, this is where I'm going to love you and leave you today, guys. Have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.